Spanish sometimes packs an entire idea, emotion, or experience into one word. For example, in English, we say, I woke up really early on purpose. In Spanish, it's just one word, madrugué. Today I'm going to teach you Spanish words that we usually can't translate into English. Madrugué comes from the verb madrugar. Madrugar. It does not simply mean to wake up early, because sometimes you wake up early by accident. Madrugar means to wake up very early intentionally or because you have to. For example, tuve que madrugar para ir al aeropuerto. Tuve que madrugar para ir al aeropuerto. I had to wake up super early to go to the airport. You can even joke in Spanish and say, no nací para madrugar. No nací para madrugar. I wasn't born to wake up early. Madrugar is a verb, so it gets conjugated to the different persons and tenses. The next verb here is desvelarse. Desvelarse happens when you stay awake too late or lose sleep. It's not insomnia. It's not staying up. It's more like I ruined my sleep by accident. For example, me desvelé viendo videos. Me desvelé viendo videos. I stayed up too late watching videos. Then we see trasnochar. Trasnochar is similar to desvelar but stronger. Trasnochar means to stay up most or all night. For example, trasnoché estudiando. Trasnoché estudiando. I stayed up all night studying. Here Spanish really said we need a specific verb for bad decisions after midnight. Anyways, the next verb is estrenar. And I feel like the English language could use a verb like this. Estrenar means to wear or use something for the very first time. For example, voy a estrenar mis zapatos. Voy a estrenar mis zapatos. It could be translated as I'm going to wear my new shoes for the first time. It doesn't mean to buy or to open, is specifically for the first use. They don't even need to be new. They're just new to you. The next verb is merendar. Merendar is somewhere between having a snack and eating a small meal, usually in the afternoon. For example, vamos a merendar. Vamos a merendar. It's like saying let's go have a little afternoon snack. It's not a simple snack, but it's the closest thing. This next verb English really doesn't have. It's tutear. It comes from the informal you in Spanish, tú. So, tutear means to speak to someone using informal language. English doesn't have that. You is the same for informal, informal you, and plural. But in Spanish, we do have tú, usted, ustedes. Tutear just means to use tú and the verb conjugations that come with it. For example, puedes tutearme. Puedes tutearme. It really means you can use informal you with me. The next verb is convivir. Convivir means more than to live together. It often implies sharing life, coexisting, spending meaningful time together. For example, es importante convivir con la familia. Es importante convivir con la familia. It's important to spend quality time together as a family. So in English, it would mean like to spend quality time together. In Spanish, it's just convivir. The next verb sounds a bit funny. Apapachar. Apapachar. It actually comes from Nahuatl, the Aztec language. It means to hug, comfort, pamper, or to show deep affection. For example, ven, te voy a apapachar. Ven, te voy a apapachar. Come here, I'm going to comfort you with hugs and affection. It's not the same as a hug, but it's the closest meaning. Next, we have this word, anteayer. Anteayer. It means the day before yesterday. Anteayer. It really is more efficient. For example, te vi anteayer. Te vi anteayer. I saw you the day before yesterday. All right, the next word is tocayo or tocaya. It's gender specific. This is a person who has the same first name as you. So if I meet someone named Liliana, she is my tocaya because she has the same name as I do. We use tocaya for females, tocayo for males. For example, ella es mi tocaya. Ella es mi tocaya. She has the same name as me. The next word is consuegros. Consuegros. This word means your child's parents-in-law. So if you have a child that's married, your consuegro is his or her father-in-law. Your consuegra is his or her mother-in-law. For example, vamos a cenar con los consuegros. Vamos a cenar con los consuegros. It means we're having dinner with our kids' in-laws. I hope that made sense. So your consuegros or the parents of your kid's spouse. Moving on to the next one, tardarse. Tardarse means for something to take time. For example, me tardé una hora. Me tardé una hora. It took me an hour, or literally it means I delayed myself an hour. So here the Spanish structure is a bit different in meaning. The last word I have for you today is estadounidense. Estadounidense. These are people from the United States. If you're from the US, you would say, I'm American. But technically, everyone from North, Central, and South America is American. So in Spanish, people prefer estadounidense. It specifically means someone is from the United States. For example, ella es estadounidense. Ella es estadounidense. And it just means she's American, but it gives information from where? From the United States. I hope this was helpful. Some of these verbs and words are used in everyday conversations in Spanish. And to keep learning more Spanish, go watch this video next. Muchas gracias.